I grew up in music my whole life. My first experience was from my mother. She was a piano player and a singer. So she's the reason why I'm a musical mutt, because she was a musical mutt. So during the week, she would sing at a jazz club, at an R&B club, funk club, literally a country club, singing country music. And then on Sundays, she was the music director at church. So I grew up going to all those places with her because she didn't allow babysitters to watch me. She always wanted to be there with me, be there with her. So I'm like 3 years old in the back of all these clubs, you know, so I was always around music. And I grew up in church as well. And so, you know, just growing up with it, that's all I know. All I know is seeing my mom perform and seeing other people perform and being in church and seeing how music moves people. That's the best thing when you're a church musician. That's the only place you can be 5 years old and have a job. I know 5-year-old drummers that literally, you know, 6-year-old, 7-year-old that play organ for their church. You know what I mean? That's the only place where they're that young you can get that kind of training and you could see how music actually affects another person because, you know, thanks to God, you're playing and they're crying and it's just all about the moment and the honesty and the music and the spirit of the music. You know, I went to a performing arts high school, but there's a lot of great artists that share the same love for music as I do. So, you know, I went to school with Beyonce and Brian Michael Cox and people like Jason Moran and a lot of other great musicians. And that's something that helps. And it kind of gives you a little bit of positive competition. You know what I mean? When you have another, you know, 15-year-old kid that plays piano. So it makes you practice and makes you get better. Most high schools don't have that, you know, unless you're playing sports. You know, but in music, most of the high schools don't have that. So it's kind of competitive at the same time. It's great because you learn from other artists that are your age, you know what I mean? So my upbringing was totally great, you know, and it helped really allow me to hone my music and really create my craft and mold my craft so I can give it to the masses.
I saw the value of hard work and sacrifice and humble beginnings.
And when I got off stage, my friend was like, girl, your bass player came back with a zipper undone. You know, and I was like...
And it just took me away from my passion and my love and what I have done all my life.
It's like, it's really due to when they ain't singing, they probably in a little cypher, spitting. Like that's where you come from.